What do you think about the show? Wasn't that an amazing place to go to? If you're an orchid addict, as I am. So we four orchid nerds went on and bought quite a few beautiful orchids. I got 10 plants and 2 flasks. I thought the other ones had, probably got 3 or 4 like usual. But they didn't. They got 7 new plants each. So, well, that cheered me up a bit, not having to be the exaggerating one for once. Well, doesn't matter, that's the way I am, but it was just a little bit fun to see that there are other crazy gals just like me. Anyways, what's this? Why am I showing you the Las Vegas again? Well, I divided it. If you watch my previous video, previous video, that is, I showed you my 2 new Phalaenopsis purchases with trade names. This is the Las Vegas one, the one with the black rot down there to the stem on both sides. So there were 2 plants actually in the same pot, so I divided them, separated them, and put them up, but I decided not to keep the other section. I actually throw it away. So in case of the infection spreading amongst my collection, I don't live in a very, very, very large flat, as you probably know by now, so down to the trash can you went. This one is still there with us, and the little spike, I saved it, yes. So, alright, over to the show orchids. Let us see what I'm going to do with them, or perhaps I'm going to do with them, in the nearest future, as we say. So, this one is another example, referring to the Rosy Dawn I showed you in my previous video. Finding out after 2 years, when I eventually managed to read the tag properly, and I read the little word hybrid. So, this is, I didn't read it this time either. I thought I picked the species, Paphiopedilum Specerianum. But this one has got a little bit too light green foliage and a little bit too sturdy and wide leaves than the one I had as I sold the little fan that was left of it, the one from Orchids and More, a couple of years ago. But I did love the flowers. But I wasn't really expecting anything coming out from that one, my old one, so I didn't want to wait. They aren't very expensive either. But this hybrid is not as beautiful. It's not as smashing as the species. It really isn't. Something's missing. Just a little teeny weeny touch to it is missing. I cannot really tell you what, but there's something. Maybe a little bit more twist to the petals and a little bit more bent sail, like this, for the species. And this one is still a beautiful one, and if this one is more bloom willing or even more resilient than the species was, but it's still alive, I guess, it's a bonus. So I think I shall be happy for it being a hybrid. So I don't think this moss is going to do any good for the orchid itself. On top there, just gonna not much to do with it really. But I could repot it. I really could repot it. But I see no real reason for it. Look, the roots down here are sturdy and beautiful. They aren't soggy and soft. But what I could do is add on a little top layer to prevent some more and new algae buildup. I'm just going to grab a little bit from this ready mix bark bag and add on. And give it a good soak. I haven't watered it yet, and we had over 30 degrees the last couple of days here. So, but now it's raining and it's cool outside again, and many of us are having a hard time coping. And so do my orchids, really. Okay, just a little good soak. Nothing fancy, just a little bit of water. So, down there. So, stay there. I want to show you guys, I think it's going to be a disappointment. But I didn't believe in it anyways, really. But I just wanted to try it out one more time. The Trichopilia, Hennisiana, or no, Trichopilia, yeah, Hennisiana, from Ecuador. They were in Sweden that weekend, but I'm not sure yet, but it surely looks like the buds here are drying out or turning brownish. Maybe that one will make it, but I never had a Trichopilia in bloom before, or in bud for that matter. I had one really tiny bad Trichopilia from Orchid garden, which died on me, rotted, yeah. I did yet another attempt, trying to make amends, but that didn't work either. It didn't die, but it lost all of its leaves, left me with a leafless plant. But no, yeah, you can see it just fell off, and I wasn't even being fierce. So, these guys had probably already been snapped during transport or such. Look, they're lying on a little fragile sheath here as its only support. I mean, yeah. But I was lucky to find one in bud. My friend didn't find it. I found it. So, but no wonder this looks the way it does. I mean, quite bent leaves, squeezed into a bag. Kind of ruthless treatment, I think. So we customers are ending up with a plant looking like this. This plant's all squeezed in as tightly as possible into a little plastic zip bag, something like that. And its root system is sort of bad. Yeah. So I haven't even watered her. How could I? And all this stuff covering the only entrance. So bad roots. Yeah. Seen it before. I'm not going to say anything else. Just going to let it soak for a while and cut off the bad roots. Pot her up in, similar medium. Bog. Yes. Mixed up with some grow. A little bit of grow. I can save the grow stones. She would need a little bit more moisture. But as her root system is quite lousy, she doesn't need a very water-retentive medium such as moss either. So that's what I'm going to give her. A little bit of a, shall we say, Paphiopedilum mix. This mix. This is what I'm going to use. Already limestones and grow stones, different sorts in there. So perfect for her. So, and probably a 9, at maximum 10 centimeter wide frosted pot, if I can find one. Yes. That one is so. It's not gonna make it. Ugh. So, and I almost forgot, we have seedlings as well. Look, Tenebrosas, Leila, nowadays Cattleya. Very good size seedlings. As I said, I got a little jar of tenebrosus some time ago from Ecuador as well, but they didn't make it. Not a single one of them, of the 4 I got, made it. They were all that size. Look at the size of these plants. They're a lot better plants. And I thought this would be a funny project. Renanthera monochica. Yay! I have a matured one in my glass cabinet. But now I have 5 more, or even 7, 8 more. There are a bunch here, but I put them together into a little cluster. So they will look a little bit more for the world in appearance. So now you know that sometimes when you buy a Renanthera, Phalaenopsis or such, you get it in the number of 2 in a pot. Cannot separate them. Or it would have looked too tiny. So. Coconut husk, 5 chips and perlite. And together into the same greenhouse as my other Cattleyas are sitting. So there's still plenty of space in there. So we don't need to start on another one. Great. And yeah, here we have a beautiful orchid. Too sad with a leaf here. It's been bent. It's been bent, yeah, at some point. I look at its lovely roots in, what is it? Who knows what is sitting in? A small grey bark, medium grey bark, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's actually not a bad pot for it, but I would need to order it quite often. Yes. And Angraecum orchids hates to have the roots disturbed, actually. This Angraecum, Eburneum, Xerophyllum. The variation is Xerophyllum. The vendor told me, KJ Orchids from Denmark, told me that this one is a much more compact growing one. But the flowers and the flowering is the same as for the original species. But I'm going to show you a little something. Yeah. This is one of its children. Not one of the Xerophyllums, perhaps, but the species original one, Eburneum. It's a Wichtii from Wickman. A cross between Eburneum and Trichopilia. Look at this one. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous plant. Doing tremendously well. All I did was lift it up and didn't touch the roots. Yeah, I didn't do it. I didn't put my finger onto him at all. Just lifted up from what I was sitting in, added it into this little pot, and added perlite, loads of perlite, rose stones, and this bark. I believe it's the very same mixture as I have here. Yeah? This is a little bit like this, what the species looks like. Quite flimsy, thin leaves. Which this one hasn't got. Look. A lot sturdier, more compact growing one. So, just wanted to show you guys. And I'm not afraid of watering this guy quite often. Loves to be watered. Otherwise, the leaves will be sloping, and I will surely know that I missed something. Missed a watering or two. Alright, so what to do? Well, one size up wouldn't be bad for it. I don't know, but I don't think this pot is too large for it, to be honest. No, I don't think so. This is what I'm going to do. Look. A little bit extra seashells to add in some extra calcium and keep the pH at a correct level. Look, it isn't as large as I thought, this pot. So, yeah, that one is going to grow on. So now, now we got a chance to place her to the back side and fill it up with this medium, which already contains a lot of extra calcium in the shape and form of eggshells. So just fill it up. And I won't need to get her out and do a repot for quite some time. Yes. That's what I did with the other one. A softie. No rocket science, only a little softie. So, yeah, maybe a little stake for support, stability. I'm going to continue with that one later on. And we have this gorgeous Paphiopedilum, Lowii. A friend of mine told me, I mean, he got one for himself only last week or so. And he showed me it in full bloom. I thought mine would be bigger, but it's not. This is almost 50% higher than this one is. So they can grow quite large, these Lowii. I don't even know now if this one is flowering size. Maybe it needs a few more years. But look at this gorgeous root system. Yeah, it's looking great in there. Grow stones and stuff. I'm not gonna disturb it yet. Nah, see no reason. Looks quite fresh. Yeah. So we're gonna wait with the repot. Yeah, and another one. We have this lovely Cattleya Iricolor. One that I know is quite a finicky orchid. Yes. It's quite prone to rot. Yes. And it takes forever, according to the orchids. Hers didn't bloom for, I think she said 5 or 7 years or such. Yeah. And I do believe her. I have no reason to doubt her. So, but I just needed to have it. I wanted it in a good condition. Not in the poor state they usually arrive. So, yeah, some old stuff here. But I would like to keep it in my traditional way. Yes. So I'm going to go and grab a little clay pot for it. Why change the winning concept? So, the only one I got left is the right size. It's broken. But it's not cracked, so I can use it. Doesn't matter. It's old and well used. But, as it's finicky, oh Lord. What on earth? No, it's far too gone. As I said, it's a finicky orchid. That was the best one of the 2 he had. But I can't keep this old, ugly bark. So, yeah, I'm going to soak her, cut off the bad roots, like usual. Put her there, into a bark, sphagnum moss, charcoal and perlite mix, as I always do. Almost always do for my Cattleyas. So, but if I hadn't seen and hadn't known about its having not only one, but 2 new growth, I wouldn't have dared to get her out of the pot. But there will soon be some roots. I hope. And if not, well, there will be another new growth before long. So maybe, yeah, we shall see. You don't need to watch that. And we have another orchid, which didn't really fancy changing owner. Look already. But I don't know how far, for how long this one's been out, but it doesn't look well, does it? It's a Phalaenopsis. Well, there's been some severe changes in temperatures. Severe fluctuations lately. So, my friend's Cattleya. She got it in bloom. Both of his flowers dropped today. 3 days later, so I'm not the only one failing with a little bit. Anyways, another new spike there. But I do not really want to have a Phalaenopsis sitting in moss. But I cannot change it all together. Yes. In a haze, I need to slowly introduce it by getting rid of all of this lot and use a moss and bark and perlite based mix. Most part will naturally be moss, but perhaps 50%. And the next time she will be repotted, I'm going to use less moss. You see my point? Slowly adapting her. That's my thought. Yes. I'm not sure. Are these insects or are they just markings from something else? So I think I'm going to wash her off. The whole one. I'm going to shower her and spray her for preventative causes. Yes. I don't know what that nursery brought with it, so to speak, to the market. Kind of pests and stuff. Never know. Spores. Diseases. So, anyways, that's what I'm going to do with her. And put her probably, into this 9 centimeter frosted one, or perhaps a lower one, 9 centimeter one. I think I have one out on my balcony in a big box, a spare one, yeah? But it will certainly be a frosted one. So, into a bucket of water you go. Yay! And we have the Renee Marquese flamethrower. Leaves turning yellow, and it's still not drying out. So, that's not the reason. Lack of water. I would bet on shift in temperatures. Drastic shift in temperatures. But still, the bud is really growing fast now. I mean, the spike is really growing fast now. So that one isn't affected by the changes. But look here. Let's see if we can... Whoa, stuck there. On the side. Yeah, it's a lousy root system. Sitting in pure moss. Yeah. It's not really my favorite. Probably the favorite for some of the nurseries. So it won't have to keep up with watering. It will be easier. But no. A little green root tip at least. Yeah. A couple of green root tips, as a matter of fact. So I feel we're safe. Yeah? So we're safe and good to go. As long as I do not scratch off green tips. Whoa. This is mushy and soft. So I can cut it off. And I am going to use moss and, perhaps ready mix bark. Extra moss and perlite into it. This part will be, it will do perfectly. The light to be sitting in a cozy pot. So, into a bucket of water you go to soak. And now we have these larger guys to consider. And this is the Dendrobium Farmeri, not Farmeri Farmeri. And, lower capital letter to the F. Shows and proves this is a species. Plain and simple. But I will not disturb it at this point. Alright, one green root tip. But no. I suggest just leave it be. I have one choice, of course. If I would like to stake her up or not. If I prefer to keep her hanging wild and crazy pointing towards all direction. Yes. Or not. She's not a highlight orchid, so she won't need to benefit from the additional light. So that will be great. So I'm not going to do anything with her. Just going to find a perfect little, suitable little basket, yeah? And, no, not last, but almost last. Second to last. The species one. I can barely see it myself. Where is it? Yeah, maybe the right side of it. Dendrobium parishii, a species, sitting in. Very nice medium. It's coconut husk fiber. I didn't like it before, but now it's grown on me, so to speak. It really has been growing on me, yeah. It keeps the pH steady around 7, yeah. So at first I thought it would lower the pH in the pot, but no, it keeps it constant. That I didn't know. But many of the nurseries nowadays keep the coconut husk fiber chips as a choice, first-hand choice. So yes, really good. And yeah, you guessed it, it's gonna stay in this one, probably hanging, or probably, I don't know. We shall see. But I'm not gonna repot it now. It's alright. As coconut husk fiber lasts for quite a bit. And beautiful Lodgii, also a species, yeah. Mounted on a wooden slab, yes. This is the most beautiful dendrobium I've ever seen. A mounted dendrobium I've ever seen my whole life. So, yeah, he was selling huge monsters of mounted Dendrobium Xerophyllum semialba. They were in bud and all, but I realized that I didn't really have the space for them. And as I already have not one but 2 Xerophyllums, the original species, I really do not need a vague copy. So you guessed it, into the cabinet, and maybe outside on the balcony during summer period. Yes? So, now you know what I'm going to do with the orchids, and thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you liked it, and, well, if you have ever get a chance to visit Sweden, visit us in the beginning of September, in the southern part of Sweden, in Lund or Landskrona. You can read on the website where the orchid show is going to be. Yeah, Ecuagenera, KG Orchids, brand of Orchidine, always go there. So you can go and visit their websites and see which are their upcoming events and shows they're going to attend to. So then you know if there's going to be a Swedish orchid show or not, and when. Yeah? So, once again, thank you guys for watching. Give it a like if you liked it, and we should talk soon. Yeah, one more thing, a little detail. Please do subscribe. Yeah? Bye-bye.